Joanne with 15 spatulas. It's been a long time. Well, you have such good videos on your website. I thought I would return the favor and make one of yours for your amazing question. How do you find the search terms people use on your website? So unlike their own search tool, Google Analytics makes it a little bit difficult to find the actual search terms used on your website. And of course, you're referring to this up here, your little search box. If you go into Google Analytics in your reports, if you click on behavior, you'll see that drop down. Go ahead and search for site search, and we'll start with this overview. Okay. First thing you'll notice is less than 1% of the users on your site use site search. Luckily, you have a phenomenal amount of traffic, so you get a good amount of data here, even with that percentage. And I would also say that's about average from the other food bloggers that I've looked at. You can also see that once people see or perform a search, they go to about 1.5 pages, nothing earth-shattering there. 13% of the people, once they type in a search phrase, they type in another one to refine that search a little bit more. But I think the biggest information you want is these search terms. Here we can see by far cheese, #1 term, candied pecans, #2, etc., etc., and this becomes a pretty long list. Now this is just the overview report. Let me take you through a couple of the other pages as well. Usage, pretty easy, just breaks down between the people that use site search and the visitors that do not. Here you'll see big trend that I saw here, visits with site search, 6.7 versus the ones that do not use site search. So anything you can do to maybe promote that so that users are reading all of the articles according to a particular topic, the better, and you can see that proven here. By the way, if you're wondering what tool I'm using to make these highlights, it's called DaVinciTools.com. It's for a Chrome extension. So next would be your search terms, the most popular report. And again, we see cheese, candy pecans, tiramisu, and we can see that whole list there. It starts to get pretty minimized. One thing about this report that Google does not do, for one, it's case sensitive. So chicken wings with a capital C is going to be different than chicken wings all lowercase. Okay. The second, and here we can see that as an example within bread here and bread there. I've tried numerous times to fix this and it just never really works. So apologize for Google on that one. Now there's a couple more metrics here that you'll notice. Total unique searches, page views versus search. So that's how many pages people used after they performed the search. If they exited, so they typed in a search term, they saw the different phrases, and they left your website. Definitely a metric you want to look at, as well as search refinements. When they type in a search term, and then immediately refine that or type in another one. Now, again, in looking at the various trends here, we see a huge pop out that I wanted to show you, which is Mexican. Wow. So maybe we need to take a look at what is being served for your search results there and add a couple more. Surprisingly, though, not a lot of people are leaving once they do that. So they just keep on refining and refining that search. A couple other ones that bubble up, cornbread, hot chocolate, caramel sauce, etc. Okay. Now, last but not least is search pages. So these are the pages that people are on when they perform a search. So if I'm confused about a page or I love the page and I want to learn more about, let's say, homemade nacho cheese, I'm going to go to search, type in a term. Now here you can see that 70% of the visitors are leaving right after they type in a search term. So I can click on homemade nacho cheese sauce and learn that they're typing in cheese. If you go to your website and you type in cheese, okay, right here, I've already performed that. You'll notice the top ones here aren't really related to nacho cheese and things like that, which might be okay. It's much further down, and that's the one that they were just on. And I guess the fact of the matter is you don't really have any more nacho cheese, and that's okay as well. But perhaps that's something to add to the to-do list for the next. So I hope this definitely helped on your question again. What's the top search terms? Try to over-deliver there. Have a great